market is definitely changing. Refinance have dried up, which is we knew it was going to happen.
Yeah.
So it's not a surprise.
No, it had to.
As of now, we have to get very, very competitive with purchase money and figuring out how to continue to do business well with great customer service and providing great loans that are affordable for people, given the situations, the whole economy as a whole. It's important for anybody that got pre-approved within the last 6 to 12 months that hasn't actually purchased a home yet to circle back to their lender and make sure that A, they still qualify for the amount that they're shopping for. B, they're okay with the monthly payment, even if they are qualified, because some people, even though they're qualified for $500,000, $600,000, $700,000, they don't want the payment associated with that. It's outside their budget. So they might have to scale back as a personal responsibility to themselves to not go to that limit. I have clients that got pre-approved 6 months ago, but they didn't have A+ credit. So, but over time and over the last 6 months, their credit has improved. And now their interest rate pricing gets better on the market because they have a better credit score. So circle back with your lender, make sure that your credit is updated and it's actually accurate. Within 2 weeks, the rate went from in the 4s to now in the mid 5s, high 5s. And the Fed Reserve, the Feds are very publicly stating that we are going to raise them again. That can't mean anything more, given the fact of where they're at right now, that they're not going to get to 6.5%, 7% at some point. Part
of the cycle, and it's okay. And the reason why I said this is a positive thing going in, Matt, is because think about all these sellers out there who have a massive amount of equity in their home, right? And now they were going to sell, but they didn't have anything to buy. Now, price appreciation is definitely doing more of a plateau, okay, and will continue to plateau. I don't see a nosedive as far as prices, unless we're talking about properties that need work. Those prices, in my opinion, are going to nosedive, okay, because it costs so much more for materials, labor, time, opportunity costs, all these things. And people now are a little skeptical about if the market's going to continue to rise over time. So properties that need work are going to get smacked in the face as far as price, but properties that are turnkey or near turnkey and move-in ready are going to do a wonderful job selling on the market, because they're going to be able to obtain your financing, the FHA, the VA financing, USDA in some cases, conventional.
The way that you can combat some of this, the interest rate hike, is through multifamilies, through maybe looking at mixed use, like John was talking about for his insurance policy. These are outside the box items that are, rather than your standard single family home, that a buyer might be, okay, well, we were looking at single families, but because of the increased mortgage payment and the interest rate, we now need some help to help pay the payment. Why don't we take a look at being a landlord that you weren't looking at earlier than that? Another thing is when you're talking about market and buyer's market, seller's market, and I'm going to wait until the market breaks so I can get into my house. That whole time you're blowing your rent money and not building any equity. Where if you purchase something, even if the rate is 7%, which is a wild number, I've never even seen a mortgage at 7% before. But even if it's at that, real estate is a long-term game. It's a 30-year mortgage for a reason. You might own this property for 30 years. Market's going to go up and down over 30 years. Of course. You just buy it now, bite the bullet, get into an equity building position, and then when rates go down, because they are going to go down, you refinance and you get to write off closing costs, you get a better payment. If you're charging rent with a multifamily, your cash flow increases. There's just so many opportunity with being a homeowner, regardless of interest rate.